All right, it's been a while since I've made a new video, but there's been a lot going on in the game. First thing you probably notice is this big battle going on here in the main menu. That's sort of been tuned quite a bit. Yeah, so there's a new ship, there's a new menu. The menu's all generated at runtime instead of just pre-made. Basically, I've got a data table of all these different ships, and it's actually reading these values from the ships and not just like if I change one of the ships, it actually changes in the data table and stuff. The other main thing here is this AI difficulty slider, which I'll show you right now. I'll set it to 0. This essentially makes it the same way it was before, and you can see kind of how that is. I'll fly a slower ship here. Another thing is there's been just like a lot of balance in terms of the way that like just the handling of individual ships. So anyways, right now you can see it's basically the way as it was before. People just sort of fly past me without much sort of ability to match their momentum with mine. They just kind of are headed towards my position, and you get a lot of overshooting. You get, yeah, just people flying around past you. You'll see if I change this to 10, what that means now is they have a nearly perfect ability to match their ship's velocity with mine from a pilot standpoint. Obviously, the ship's capabilities have to be taken into view. But yeah, let's see if I try to lose this guy. He sticks to me a lot better. Now, this is actually kind of a difficult
enemy ship disabled
way to demonstrate this. But yeah, you can see those guys were like sticking right to me once they got on me here. So that wasn't a very good way to demonstrate. I'll demonstrate with a slower ship so you can see that once the ship, if it can outmaneuver you, once the ship gets onto you, with perfect piloting or piloting skill 10 here, I can't shake them at all. Basically, they just
enemy ship disabled.
I died too fast there to even really demonstrate it. Here, let me see if I can do this again. I should turn off friendly fire. Actually, I just hope I get found by a lighter ship first here. Okay.
Enemy ship disabled. Enemy ship
They just stuck
disabled.
right on my butt. And, like, it wasn't like they were perfectly, locked position, but, they got to their spot, and basically I couldn't escape them at all. Their ships were able to maneuver the same as mine, and they were able to keep basically perfect range on me. So that's sort of what the AI slider does, and that's a variable that's going to be, like, yeah, again, I'll change it back here to 0, and you can see even with a slow ship, those same ships will just kind of fly past me like idiots. Yeah. Whereas you remember the other one, they just kind of like lock position. So the other thing you see there is these different target boxes. And if I have someone off-screen targeted, there's a number corresponding to how far the ship they are.
Enemy ship disabled.
The target boxes, in addition to just looking different, are actually generated entirely differently now. They're part of the UI as opposed to an object on the ship itself. And that might let me change back to deferred rendering down the line, because, I don't know, forward rendering, it let me use MSAA, but the real reason that I wanted to use MSAA for the most part was because just those targeting boxes looked really weird when they had TAA. They were like super blurry and kind of not visible. But if they're being drawn as part of the UI, then the TAA won't apply to them, so I think it'll be okay. I don't know. I'll try that down the line. Anyways, I think they look better now. Just going to show one last thing here. This ship, I didn't really actually show what its combat capabilities are. And they're not that incredible, but yeah, it just has a buttload of laser turrets, and that's just fun.
Enemy ship disabled. Enemy ship disabled.